bonus video. Ooh. What's up? It's Sam. I don't even know what's gonna happen with this video, like straight up. I could do a normal like intro or something, but whatever. I have been watching a lot of like market video, like vlog type things. Like, I'm setting up at the market. Here's my numbers for how I did. Been watching a few of those. I smattered them in between things. But I've been mainly like trying to actually watch them. So when like one shows up, I click on it. That kind of thing. Like, I want to watch them. The problem is with this is that I have been finding that the term profits is weirdly used. A lot of people will be like, I went to an art fair and made $200. And what you find out is like they made $250 sales, but their table cost was $50. So they made $200. But they never tell you like material or if they're paying themselves an hourly wage. And I'm like, I don't think you actually made that much. And I've been trying to like figure out how viable a market like fair or an art festival or something like is for me, because I'm at a point where I'm just making too much stuff and I would like to like turn it around and actually make a profit. And then part of the pricing is that I'm finding after materials and after an hourly wage, I have to somehow pay for this booth, travel, transportation, a potential hotel and stuff. So that has to be like added to the cost of this as well. And I'm having a really interesting time finding like a lot of crafters that I'm seeing aren't doing that. There was one person I found that was like, I went, did a show, made there was $190 of sales. My table costed some amount, but then I think that might have been after the table cost. And then they were like, but I spent $150 on yarn to like make my stuff for the show. So I have $40 like after that. And I'm like, you probably are not getting very much per hour then. If anything, like you're probably averaging like $1 or something. So like at that point, is it worth it? And it's like this balance of like, how much are people willing to spend versus how much am I willing to put into a project and have it do well? I don't know, because they all act like, I'm going to show you the numbers because that's really cool. But then they don't show like at half of the numbers. Like, they're like, I spent this much on my table and I spent this much on gas. If that, you're lucky if you find somebody who will actually tell you like their hotel cost, gas, and transportation, if anything else. So if they like flew somewhere and they're like, here's what my suitcase is to bring my stuff, or my shipping because I shipped it, or my, you know, like I took a plane, or I took a, you know, I drove, so I spent this much in gas money, and or rented a vehicle. Like, what does this all look like? What does that number look like? And it's very possible I'm missing these videos. The YouTube algorithm and everything is so saturated that I'm only seeing a small part. And again, I'm watching smaller channels, so a lot of these people have been doing this for like a year. They're into it. They're kind of also making content on the side. It's clearly like they're trying to make artwork for them. I don't know if it's working for them, and it's really hard to be able to say or not. A lot of these people really don't understand how money seems to work in that sense. I don't know if that makes sense. And I'm not trying to be rude. It's just like there's a lot of stuff that doesn't seem to be calculated into the costs of anything. And it doesn't seem to be getting like accounted for. So for me, I'm trying to like figure out what does that look like? And then is it even reasonable or possible to actually like go into this and make a decent amount of money, or even at all? I would love if you have like suggestions for people to watch, who to see or anything. And I've seen some people, like somebody I watched vlogs for like over, I don't know, a few years. They were an art person and they made like pins and stickers and stuff that they could like, they had like a one-time making fee where they would sit and draw the art, and then they were able to turn that thing into multiple things, so the profit margins didn't have to be as high because they could sell a lot more of an item. Plus they had a fan base at this point that was large enough that they could buy a couple thousand of something and be like doing okay. So they could put that initial investment and then be able to like make a line, you know, decent profit margin and be able to continue their business. So I'm almost like, is that the only way to do this is by doing like prints or pins and stuff that I only have to do a one-time thing and then be able to take like a nice picture and just be able to like profit off of that piece forever. And I don't know if that's the best way. And is that something I can do while sewing? Is that like, is there a market for people who, you know, sit down, quilt, make a really nice photo of it and then put it on a print, or they put it in a sticker? Is that even a thing? Is that something people want? I have no idea. I just like, and I don't know, at that point, am I infringing on copyright because I'm taking a picture of a quilt that has fabrics that have copyright, like, art in them? Like, I don't know where that line is. I don't know how that works. So I don't know. This is a random video that I would just me throwing questions out there into the universe and hoping somebody who is of interest in it, like, or has like answers, or even is just like, here's more questions. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I really don't. I don't know. There's just a huge problem within this, and if this doesn't make sense, I'll happily like explain how I would like price an item, I guess, roughly. I don't know, y'all. I'm just very confused. I don't know how to find a market. I'm not good with social media. Hello. Like, she's just a basic video off my phone. This is what it is. Like, I would love just more knowledge that I do not have. Maybe you've known somebody who's done a fair, who does fairs, yourself's done fairs, you've tried to do fairs, it didn't go well, it did go well, it flatlined, it was whatever. I would love to know. I would love to hear thoughts. Anyways, yeah, please comment down below. Thanks, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Stay sewing.